Ninja Gaiden 4 was announced earlier this year and it's coming in the fall of 2025, and to say that this game is dream come true material for me would be underselling it. For me personally, Ninja Gaiden is in my top 3 favorite series in all of gaming. For me it's Ninja Gaiden, Street Fighter and Mega Man. These 3 are my favorites. Unfortunately 2 of them aren't doing so well right now. I never thought I would live to see the day where Ninja Gaiden 4 is a reality, because let's face it, Ninja Gaiden 3 was one of the most destructive video games of all time, almost killed off the entire series. Team Ninja seemed to have moved on. They were doing Neo games and it was doing really well for them, really well accepted. It seems in general the gaming had moved on from this series. In general, core character action games as well, like the Dark Souls type of games was taking over. But lo and behold, dreams do come true. 2025 ended up being the year of the ninja. Ryu Hayabusa is back and Ninja Gaiden is back with him. And earlier this year they released Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which was like for them the definitive quote-unquote version of Ninja Gaiden 2, and it's a game that I covered in the channel. I made guides for it, I made like weapons tier list fun videos like that. I still play the game to this day. But let's be honest, Ninja Gaiden 4 is the main event. This is where the future of the series is at stake, and it's really freaking important for me that Ninja Gaiden 4 becomes a good game, is well accepted and beloved, so that I can see the series flourish and expand, and I keep going for Gua Basara on enemies until I am no longer on this planet. But the game does have a difficult task ahead of it. When you take a look at the series overall, the last 2 critically acclaimed Ninja Gaiden games, 1 and 2, they are over 15 years old. Times have changed. Even now, like RPG quote-unquote games like Final Fantasy 16 have character action combat. We have waifu gameplay like Stellar Blades, that is kind of like a mix between a character action game and a Dark Soul type games. Gaming is different now than it was. So obviously Ninja Gaiden 4, it got a difficult task ahead of it, because what do you do? And they are gonna try new stuff, and that is something that's to be expected. Already, like, we know that they are collaborating with Platinum, where they are developing the game, which is kind of worrying to me, to be honest, because I do think the last great character action games they did was Bayonetta 1, and oh my god, the drop in character action game quality between Bayo 1 and 2 need to be studied. Bayonetta 2 is one of my most disappointing video games of all time, but maybe that's a topic for another video. Let me know if you're actually interested in that breakdown. But still, I am really invested in this game, and for me, for Ninja Gaiden 4 to be successful, they need to stick to the core of what makes Ninja Gaiden. Right? I don't mind them going for a new protagonist, still having Ryu Hayabusa around, so that's fine, but they need to keep the core of Ninja Gaiden intact. What makes Ninja Gaiden special compared to the other character action game series is the enemies. Believe it or not, the enemies is the core of Ninja Gaiden, and that's why in a game like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, if you played it earlier this year, the peak of the game is when you're actually fighting the regular mobs. The game kinda drops down when you're fighting bosses, which is a very unique case, but yeah, just the moment-to-moment gameplay is where this series peaks. So we need to have strong focus on combat. We need to make sure that enemies are aggressive, that enemies are here to destroy Ryu. They're not gonna wait for you to combo them, they are here to kill the protagonist. But hey, Mura, Ninja Gaiden 3, even Razor's Edge, it had good combat, right? It did, but the game wasn't that well received, and that kind of puts me to my next point. It's not just about enemies being aggressive, it's how they are being aggressive, the enemy design, and the variety of the enemies. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge had on paper very good action combat system, right? Although I do have my gripes with it, I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that enemies will drop out of combos, and for you to beat some of the tougher enemies like the Alchemist, you pretty much need to spam the hold for the ultimate techniques, and if you do that, they go down very easily, as the game in general had very unbalanced combat. Ninja Gaiden 3 was really about you having to be very aggressive, and it's kind of different from Ninja Gaiden 1, where it was kind of like defensive, and 2, which is kind of a mix. 3 was very aggressive, but enemies were also really annoying to fight, not a huge variety between enemies, and missing the essence system was That was kind of crucial as well. That was a big part of having risk reward in Ninja Gaiden. Do you want to go for the essence, or do you want to collect it? Do you need that drop of HP or that one Nimbo, or do you want to absorb it for a huge ultimate technique? I think that was a lot better design than simply just doing a string, holding triangle and getting the ultimate technique. I'm getting way too technical here, but what I'm trying to say is there need to be some risk reward system in there that is really interactive and on the fly decision making. I think that's always good to have in these games. Now I hope that the environment will allow you to do that. Everything I've seen from Ninja Gaiden 4 so far is huge environment. Enemy count doesn't seem that great, although that could be just for demonstration, for trailer material. We can't really judge until we get the game on our own hands, but I feel like this is something that I have to mention. But one good thing I did see is in the announcement trailer they showed that Ryu was absorbing the red essence that was on the ground and he was able to charge a UT out of that. So this is giving me hope that maybe the old charge and essence system is there, which I do think was really technical and really fun. What do you guys think? They're convinced? I hope so. If you like the video but you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Over 70% of my viewers aren't, so you get to see more of me and my friends, the EX-Men. And yes, like in my canon, Magneto is I recruited him. Excuse the silliness and enjoy the rest of your video. But it's not just about the combat. If you really think about it, the best critically acclaimed Ninja Gaiden games, the game that people say is the greatest character action game of all time, is typically Ninja Gaiden 1. The game that had the least focus on combat. Sure, it's still a Ninja Gaiden game. It's still you're doing mostly combat throughout the entire game, but Ninja Gaiden 1 still had a huge Metroidvania element to it, where you get to explore, you get to solve puzzles, really conquer the Vigorian Empire, even had like equipment that could alter your stats. It was an adventure game with huge focus on combat, but still was an adventure game. We need to have some meat on the bones. Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3 kind of like streamlined it, made it a combat arena after combat arena after combat arena. And sure, that can be fun, but I also feel like that strips away some of the stuff that makes it a better video game overall. Right? We need that downtime that let you breathe a little bit and also like think and really reflect on the world. So I do think we need to go back to a better level design, because I feel like this is something that have been missing in Ninja Gaiden 2 and especially 3. With all of the climbing, quick time events, we have seen from the trailer that there appears to be some light platforming, some set pieces, and I know that Platinum Games have always done like really cool set pieces in their games. So I'm really looking forward to see what they do with this one. They have revealed that Ninja Gaiden 4 is almost complete. Earlier this year it said like they are 70% or like 80% completion. So the game is pretty much done. There are some scary rumors going around that maybe Ryu isn't as important to this game. He doesn't play that big of a role, or like you only play him for a couple of hours. There are rumors that maybe he only has a dragon sword, and I hope to God that is not the case. I hope to God that Ryu is a fleshed out character, that the game does have a lot of meat on its bone, that there's a lot of video game in Ninja Gaiden 4. This is a game that is very important for me. I would want nothing more than to see it be successful. I want 2025 to truly be the year of the ninja. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, controversial a little bit, but I do think overall it's still a fantastic video game. Ragebound is shaping up to be also like a really cool, fun distraction. I'm gonna give it a shot and hopefully it's gonna be really fun. But Ninja Gaiden 4 is the main event and we need this game to deliver, and I really hope so. I imagine after the summer, after Ragebound get released, we will start to see more and more of it. And I'm extremely excited, and I'm also extremely scared. I hope this game does tremendous. Let me know your thoughts about Ninja Gaiden 4. What are your thoughts on the game so far? Did you like what you see? Did you not? I would love to hear your thoughts about it all in the comment section below. Do you want me to go over Bayo 1 to Bayo 2 and why I was so disappointed in Bayonetta 2? And I'm currently almost done with Final Fantasy 16 as well. Would you like to see a video on that? I would love to hear your thoughts about all of it in the comment section below. We'll be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.